In 2008, I watched my bank account drain like a leaking faucet. Job lost, rent overdue, credit cards maxed. Everyone said the same thing: this is the worst time to build anything. And maybe they were right, but I did it anyway. Because in chaos, there's clarity. In fear, there's opportunity, if you know where to look. Most people panic during a recession. They freeze. They wait for someone else to fix it. But the truth is, recessions don't just destroy wealth, they transfer it. From the unprepared to the strategic. This is the story of how I survived a recession, built a system, and started making money when the world was falling apart. And if I can do it broke and terrified, so can you. Chapter 1. The Crash. It started with whispers, subprime loans, layoffs, stocks plummeting. Then it hit like a sledgehammer. The 2008 recession wiped out trillions in wealth. People lost homes. Retirements vanished. Suicides spiked. I was 26, freelancing, no savings, no plan, just a laptop, Wi-Fi, and an eviction notice taped to my door. And here's what no one tells you. It's not just the financial loss that hurts. It's the identity crisis. I wasn't just broke. I felt broken. But hitting rock bottom had one gift: clarity. No distractions, no false comfort. Just one question: what the hell do I do now? Chapter 2. A shift in thinking. I stopped waiting. I stopped hoping for the market to rebound or a magical job to appear. And I started studying. Not school, real education. I devoured books on money, behavior, leverage, and business. Not the fluff, the frameworks. One quote hit me like a slap. In a recession, wealth doesn't disappear. It moves. So I made a rule: learn how money moves and move with it. That became my obsession. Chapter 3. The Strategy. I couldn't compete with corporations. I couldn't invest big, but I had time, focus, and desperation. I started identifying skills I could sell online, anonymously, remotely: writing, voiceovers, basic design. At night I learned. By day I pitched. Not jobs, clients. The recession made everyone cut costs. That meant companies needed freelancers. They needed fast, affordable, flexible labor. And I became that person. But it wasn't just labor, it was leverage. Because every skill I learned became a digital asset. And every dollar I made I split 3 ways: 50% survival, 30% tools, and learning 20% investment I was building, not just earning. Chapter 4. Creating multiple income streams. When you're broke, multiple income streams sound like a fantasy, but they're a necessity, especially during downturns. I started simple: freelancing for income, blogging for authority, affiliate marketing for passive trickles, ebooks and templates, simple digital products. None of these made me rich fast, but they built a system, money flowing from different directions. So when one stream dried up, I didn't drown. And as the system stabilized, I outsourced. I hired a designer on Fiverr, an editor in the Philippines. Suddenly, I wasn't trading time for money. I was scaling. Chapter 5. Recession-proof principles. Through it all, I learned 5 brutal truths. Recession or not, cash flow is king. Assets matter, but income keeps you afloat. Information beats emotion. Panic is expensive. Data is powerful. Low overhead equals high survival. Simplicity wins. Digital beats physical, especially when the world is locked down. Leverage isn't risky. Ignorance is. Learn before you leap. These principles became my compass. And when I followed them, I didn't just survive. I started to thrive. Chapter 6. What most people get wrong. Most people treat recessions like winters. They hide. They hibernate. They pray for spring. But smart people treat recessions like harvest seasons. Prices drop. Talent becomes available. Attention shifts. That's when brands are born. That's when real estate empires start. That's when channels, podcasts, newsletters explode, because there's less noise and higher pain, which creates urgency. I saw friends waste those years waiting for comfort to return. Comfort is the enemy of growth. Discomfort is a gift if you respond with discipline. Chapter 7. The Compound Effect. 6 months in, I was making enough to cover rent. 9 months in, I had 3 clients, 2 products, and 1 virtual assistant. 12 months in, I had savings. Not much, but mine. And that's when the real magic began, because momentum compounds. 1 email list becomes a brand. 1 blog post becomes a course. 1 client becomes 5. 1 win becomes identity. And once you see it work, even once, you stop asking, "Can I survive this?" and start asking, "What else can I build?" Chapter 8. The Mindset Shift. Recessions don't build character. They reveal it. You see who is swimming naked when the tide goes out. You also see who adapts. I wasn't smarter than anyone. I just refused to quit. I said no to lifestyle inflation. I said yes to scary ideas. I showed up every day, even when I felt like a fraud. I said no to comfort, yes to clarity. And now, every recession, every crash, every market dip feels like round 2, not a threat, but an opening. Because once you learn how to thrive in chaos, you stop fearing it. You start preparing for it. Conclusion: your turn recession isn't just a word on CNBC, it's a reality, and it's coming, if not already here. The only question is, will you freeze or will you build? Because I promise you this, no one's coming to save you, but everything you need is within reach. Skills, tools, platforms, people. You just have to act, step by step. Scared is fine, broke is temporary, passive is permanent. So pick one skill, one stream, one strategy, and build through the storm, because if you can win in a recession, you can win anywhere.